Even after this fire is put out, as far as your role in making sure this bridge is safe?
Well, it'll be our bridge crews will be out there, and they will look at all aspects of the bridge that were in and around where the flames were, and they'll check to make sure that the concrete is sound and any kind of steel is sound, and we'll go from there.
How long does something like that take? I remember when we had the tanker fire back in 2014, and that caused significant damage.
It did, and it's a little different on that bridge where there were steel girders, and the fire did some damage to those steel girders on the Delta Bridge, and there was a lot of work that had to be done to correct that. Again, I don't know what the extent of the damage is going to be until my crews get out there and have the ability to take a look at it.
Do you have any idea of what that tanker was hauling?
I do not at this point.
Does that matter in terms of, you know, how much damage it could cause or how long it takes to put the fire out?
Absolutely it could. I mean, but again, it just depends on what's in it, and not knowing what's in there, I can't say one way or the other how long it's going to burn or how hot it's going to burn.
And what's the biggest concern right now that you guys are looking at?
Well, you get too much heat on a bridge deck, and it can delaminate. The concrete can pull away from the steel, and you know, that could cause some problems with having to potentially, as a worst case, having to do some bridge deck replacement or some replacement of that concrete. But that's the worst case, and I won't know until the truck gets put out, we get everything moved, and my crews get a chance to get out there and take a look. And
how long could that take before you guys know if traffic is safe to flow again?
Well, my folks will be out there tonight, and as soon as it's safe and they have the ability to get out there and start doing their investigations, they will. Now, I don't know that they're going to be finished overnight tonight. It may roll into tomorrow, but we will work diligently and as much as we can to find out whether it's safe or not, and we can go from there.
In terms of detours, we've been telling people to take the causeway. That's still the best bet, right?
Yes.
Any other options for drivers, especially heading into the morning? Because do you think in the morning time that this stretch of road will be available for travel?
That I don't know. Until, again, my crews can get out there and take a look. I can't say one way or another if we're going to be able to open it or not. We'll do everything we can to get it open, but if it's unsafe to be traveled on, we're not going to be able to put traffic on it.
And right now you are detouring drivers to exit 35?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. All right, Don Powell from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
All right, so we just got finished hearing from the Alabama Department of Transportation saying that bridge crews are out there right now. They're going to check to make sure the concrete is sound. He said he has no idea how long that's going to take because they have a couple of things they need to do first, right? Yeah. And that includes putting out this fire, making sure that it's completely out and not rekindling.
Exactly. So that could affect traffic in the morning. We don't know how long it's going to take, so we don't know if you'll be able to travel freely to and from on the Bayway. So you're going to go ahead and want to take the causeway just to stay on the safe side for now. Absolutely.
And he said worst case scenario, we might have some bridge deck replacement needed. That is if too much heat causes a problem there. That is worst case scenario. He will not know for sure what kind of damage has been caused until crews have finished that inspection, something that could take well into the night and possibly into tomorrow. We've had team coverage on this for you. Alexa Knowles on the scene and Lee Peck.
Lee Peck's out there right now. Lee, what's going on? Earlier you spoke with someone who was in that traffic.
I did. I want to move out the way and show you what we're seeing from our vantage point out here. Right now, a lot of smoke, but at times we've seen the smoke and then we've seen the flames shoot back up. But again, a heavy presence of firefighters and emergency responders out here trying to put out this fire, completely put out this fire. Then the next round will be cleanup, and of course, like you just heard, AlDOT will come out here and examine the bridge to make sure that everything is safe to reopen it to traffic. But again, you've been saying we have team coverage. I just spoke with Alexa Knowles and her photographer. They are actually trying to get a better vantage point right now. I understand they're actually going to Ralph and Cacoo's and trying to get up on their porch. It's elevated so we can get a better view of what's going on the Bayway. But this has been going on for the better part of an hour now. Westbound lanes shut down. Eastbound is still open, as you can see, traffic flowing smoothly. But right now, westbound closed as emergency responders try to get this situation under control. Again, a big rig, we understand, rear-ended a Mobile County Sheriff's deputy, which caused this fire on this big rig. Fortunately, no injuries to report. That's the good thing. And I've been talking about this from what I can see right here. They are still throwing water on that truck. I can see the water flowing off of the other side of the Bayway. So again, they are still fighting this. You saw the flames when we rolled up. We were the first crew on the scene, and we saw those intense flames behind us. Fortunately, that's under control right now. There appears to be some hot spots that kind of come back up, like I've said, here and then. But right now, just dealing with a lot of smoke out here as they try to get this under control. Lenise?
All right, thanks, Lee. And I want to get you updated in case you are just joining us. This is a story we started following for you as breaking news at the start of our 9 o'clock newscast. You're looking at some pretty intense fire and smoke, black smoke now billowing from this big rig that caught fire after it was involved with an accident with a deputy's vehicle, a Mobile County Sheriff deputy's vehicle. Mobile Fire Rescue not confirming whether that vehicle was rear-ended. That is information that we received to our newsroom, but they do tell us no one was hurt. And right now, crews are trying to put this fire out. In the meantime, they have shut down the westbound lanes of traffic. Traffic is being detoured to exit 35 in Daphne, and that will most likely still be the case tomorrow. When you head out for your commute, you'll need to take the causeway.
Yeah, and if you're worried about traffic, I've got a worst case scenario, best case scenario. We don't know, of course, right now how that's going to be in the morning for you. Worst case scenario, the bridge deck is damaged by the tractor trailer fire, and this would close the left lane until repairs could be made. This is a tweet from Mobile Traffic, what they're saying about it. The best case scenario, the accident's cleared by the morning in the commute with no bridge damage. That would be the best case scenario. As of now, I-10 westbound Bayway is closed. At least we know for a few more hours until they get this fire under control and until crews are out there with AlDOT to survey the damage to see how bad the bridge is going to be affected by this fire that's been going on now for about an hour or so since we started the newscast here at 9 o'clock.